Okay, so tonight when I was talking with the boys, I had the EVP player going, and little Jimmy spoke so much. He's got the whispery voice. He sounds like he's whispering all the time. Daniel has kind of, his voice is very different. Don't know Daniel's voice. I haven't heard Daniel's voice for quite a while. To be honest with you, I think I audibly heard it, not yesterday, but the day before, and I'm sure I heard it come from where he was over there, in the bed, and it sounded like his voice on the EVP player. Yeah, which is very interesting, but it was so quick, but I did hear it. I don't know, I didn't record it because I didn't know, it wasn't a plain thing. But I have a funny story before I do this. The train is already broken. How's that? It's just, when it was going round and round, the cats thought it was really interesting, and Jingle Bells liked to jump on it and kick it off the tracks. This was going on for a little bit, and then something really odd was happening. I could see her sitting there stalking the train, and as she moved closer, then she'd look where, so I had Daniel, when I had the train going, I'd always have Daniel and Jimmy down by the train. She would be looking at the train, doing that shaky thing, ready to pounce, and then she'd look at the boys where they were sitting, and then she'd kind of just back up a bit, and then she'd look at the train, and then she'd look at the back, it was like the boys were saying, get away from the train, because she's actually smacking it off the tracks. But it was just so interesting to watch, and I was just sitting there watching them, and she was actually responding to something that was going on, and yeah, so they didn't hurt her or anything, but they must have been just telling her, get back. I don't know, I didn't hear it, but I just saw it, but it was very interesting. Yeah, so tonight I got his voice quite a bit, so what I did was I just took out everything else and just kind of in a row left the stuff. What he says a lot of the time, I don't know. He's got a very kind of voice, like he's whispering, but I'll play it, okay? And then I'll do it in slow. No pressure, but it would be so neat. Yeah. New day. CJ's out there again. So you kids can play and run around. The first place is really old, that I got built onto. I can't wait. Either that or I have to just be the piggy in the middle. I don't want to be left out. And you have snacks, crackers, you have. So he's very when he talks. But I'll do it in slow. Speed change. No pressure. But it would be so neat. This one? Yeah. New day. CJ's out there again. Another one? So you kids can play and run around. The first place is really old, but I got built on. There's one there. I can't wait. Either that or I have to just be the piggy in the middle. The light one, yeah.
I don't want to be left out.
Again?
And you have snacks, crackers, you have blood pressure.
Yeah, so I think that last one, snacks and crackers, I think it's actually yum. Sounds like you're saying yum. Yeah, so that was Jimmy, so he's quite talkative tonight. Was it last night? No, it wasn't last night, it was the night before. It was quite funny because I had the cat ball and they lit the cat ball up for me, which I thought was real awesome. And then I asked if they could make Ernie talk. Of course, they don't do this straight away, they give it maybe about 15 minutes. And I said, can you make Ernie talk? And that was the next night after the cat ball. So that would have been yesterday. Yeah. And, almost with that. And they did. And then I asked if they could do it again. And there was a bit of a gap. And then they did. They did it again. They made Ernie speak. But hey, I've asked tonight. I asked today. Tonight, nothing. So they kind of, they're not like robots. They choose what they want to do. If they're in the mood, they'll do it. If they're not, they don't. But if they're in the mood, yeah, gosh, they'll definitely light the stuff up. And so yeah, that's what's happening at the moment. So thank you for that. I'll see you later.